Hey there, it's Chris Cashman. I finally found that cute new cafe everybody's talking about. You already knew about it? How'd you know about it? Let's get into it tonight on Evening Magazine.
Paddleboarding like you've never experienced before. Where 10 of your friends can float together on one giant paddleboard. The Tacoma artist covering his town in birds.
You know, people have told me when they see my murals here in Tacoma, they're excited, they're happy.
And musicians performing for our furry farm friends.
Ooh, baby, and ube matcha. It's one of the highlights here. Welcome to Evening Magazine. We are in Belltown at a hot new spot, that cute cafe that everybody's talking about. Eva's Cafe and Bar, where a dynamic young woman inside has done it again. Perhaps third time's the charm. From coffee to cocktails, let's find out what makes Eva's Cafe and Bar so unique. Did you ever imagine you'd be opening a third spot?
No, definitely not. I always said I didn't want more than one, didn't want more than two, and then now I have three. So, I mean, this is my third try.
Eva's Cafe and Bar is just the latest concept from maven Michaela Benedict, the fearsome female behind Evoke and House of Eve.
It's my second full-scale construction project, so I learned a lot from the first one with House of Eve.
And with Eva's, she's taking that restaurant resume in a decidedly daytime to nighttime direction.
Make fun of me. After 2.5 years of learning how to do full-scale restaurant, with the help and education of my chef, Gerard, I was able to kind of use everything I learned from just doing a coffee shop for 8.5 years and then doing a full-scale restaurant. How would you blend the two to kind of create a premium, like, cafe experience?
You might say this place has a split personality, and both sides are pretty delicious.
Teddy Graham latte? All right.
Yeah, our aim is to kind of give you the chance to start and end your day here, regardless of what you kind of need. We have it.
From coffee to cocktails means the menu ranges from ube matcha lattes to pasta like truffle gnocchi and chef's kiss masubi.
I really love the Coco Lychee Martini. Bradley, our beverage director and director of operations, has 25 years of experience, so we know cocktails.
Eva's Cafe and Bar open 7 days a week starting at 7 a.m. and it's always a good sign when you overhear the chef talking to the customers, hey, what can I do to make your meal 20% better next time you come in? And he listened, always evolving, Style Points awarded. Speaking of pleasing everyone, summer is almost up, but there is an opportunity for you to paddleboard unlike any others. For more, we take you to the cozy waters of Portage Bay.
I don't think there's anything more beautiful than being out on the water on a sunny Seattle day. Today, I am in Portage Bay going on a paddleboard thanks to Seattle Paddle Club. We're gonna meet the owner right now and, you know, get fitted for a board. This one might be a little too big for me, a little fun size, but who knows? Let's go in and grab some friends.
This is the Jensen Boatyard. We're on Portage Bay here by UW, right across from the hospital. We sell and rent paddleboards out of this space. So we have a series of 11-foot paddleboards with a 500-pound weight limit. We also rent out these seats so you can sit down and operate it like a kayak as opposed to standing and paddleboarding. And essentially you can take a seat, which means that you're not going to be able to fall into the water as easily. So it makes it a lot easier and accessible for anybody, all ages. We have Kids Life Fest. If you want to come down, we're set up. Just call ahead and make sure we're ready for you. So this is a Aquamarina Mega Party Board, and you can fit up to 10 people on it. So it's got a weight limit of about 2,400 pounds and extremely stable. It's got a raised bow, so it can even, break waves, so you're not taking waves over the bow. We have a minimum rental of 4 people on the board because you need a little bit of horsepower or human power to keep it going. Yeah, we partnered with the Seattle Paddle Rave. It's a giant festival where they have 1,000 paddle boards, and we got these because they fit up to 10 people, so they can go out, bachelorette parties, whatever, birthday parties, so that people can have fun and build community at the same time and not be isolated.
Can I help you get this life jacket on? Awesome. I just like that it's so peaceful. I come before work sometimes and kind of take it out, and then it's kind kind of just my own little world, and I get to escape from the city, kind of, but also get to like hang out and see the views.
We really just wanted to bring an easy, accessible way for people to get on the water, and we love this space. They used to build boats here, the slow motion hydroplane boats in the loft upstairs. They used to build them in secret so that the competition couldn't see the hull form and then take them down right before the races and bring them out. And they still have all the hardware in the structure. So this boat yard's been in operation for 130 years, and it got shut down about like 15, 16 years ago, and it's sat empty since we moved in.
We're looking at the giant paddleboards, the 18-footer. I don't think I've seen one on the water. I've seen multiple people on paddleboards that probably shouldn't have been on one paddleboard. So that looks probably safer.
Yeah, we're open every day from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can book online, there's a phone number there, get in touch.
There's nothing better than a sunny Seattle day out on the water.
How much fun. Seattle Paddle Club open daily from 10 to 7. I suggest you get one of those 10-person paddleboards and ride it all by yourself. Talk about a flex. All right, now we head to Tacoma, the city of destiny, where Saint introduces us to an artist that, well, has a passion for the birds.
Getting out into nature and just look at the different species of birds and just taking a break from everything else, it's relaxing to me. It's my moment of clarity.
You might say Curtis Ashby discovered the joy of bird watching backwards.
I see a blue heron up in the tree. He's just nesting right in the middle there.
Years before you'd find him in Tacoma's Titlow Park, with binoculars over his eyes and guidebooks in hand, this graphic artist was already hauling ladders around the city, climbing high to give wings to walls.
The birds behind us here are barn swallows. You can see them all over the place here in Tacoma and surrounding areas.
Kurt's colorful birds can be found all over the South Sound. A ruby-throated hummingbird spreads its welcoming wings in Puyallup. 2 red-breasted nuthatches clutch branches on McKinley Hill, and great blue herons join a red-winged blackbird in Tacoma. Kurt takes his art seriously. He's always trying to get better.
When I was first starting to paint birds, my accuracy wasn't so great, and so I just kind of kept studying a little bit more. Some of my friends gave me bird books as references.
And now he's hooked on a booming hobby that has enthralled more than 90 million Americans.
I see a kingfisher flying around over there.
Kurt wants us asking whether we are doing our part.
I want to just raise awareness of how we can protect different species and how we can live alongside them. And also, you don't always have to go way far out into nature to see these types of birds and other animals. You can see them right here in the city if you know what you're looking for.
Thank you, Saint. If you want more, check out Kurt's Instagram page. He has devoted it to bird art. He even reads little passages from bird guides. Still to come on Evening Magazine.
We explore a contemporary art center in the heart of downtown Seattle from the producers of Bumbershoot, and the Snohomish County restaurant where it's happy hour all the time. Evening Magazine is made possible with support from Kitsap Credit Union. Since 1934, Kitsap Credit Union has believed that together it's possible. Together, we shine a light on the people and places that help our communities thrive.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine. We're in Belltown tonight at Eva's Cafe and Bar, now open. Come see him for breakfast or come see him for a cocktail later tonight. Female founded. She's got you covered. Speaking of Belltown, did you know that the producers of Bumbershoot actually have a contemporary art space here in downtown, just a few blocks away where the old Bed Bath & Beyond used to be? It's now a thriving nonprofit known as Cannonball Arts.
Seattle's largest and least expected contemporary art center is now open.
I'm actually at my job right now.
Cannonball Arts is an incredible collaboration from the team that brings you Bumbershoot and the Muckleshoot Indian tribe.
We call it Seattle's largest and least expected because while we have a lot of contemporary art, we also have all sorts of things you wouldn't expect to see in a museum, like specific virtual reality experiences, rideable soft form sculptures.
Tonight on Evening.
You name it, we have a little piece of it.
Leave it to Seattle to take a big box store and turn it into a big box of imagination, fueled by locals.
These artists are mostly local Seattleites. Many of them we found through open calls, so we put out calls to the community with fun ideas and they delivered. Others are well-known contemporary artists in our scene that we are helping to elevate and bring to the world.
You could say Cannonball Arts is proof that when one store closes, another world opens.
You're gonna have to tune in and I'll make sense of it.
A world of mechanical sea slug rides, murals, installations, and unexpected magic.
So 66,000 square feet, 2 levels, and you'll find art to explore, activities to participate in, but there's a lot more to come as well.
Cannonball Arts, Seattle's plunge into unfiltered artistic expression.
So cool. Did you know there's actually a venue below Cannonball Arts, a century-old marketplace dedicated to dance, like techno music, legit underground dance music. How cool is that? It's called Level 1. Check it out the next time you go visit Cannonball Arts. Now, you strike me as someone who can appreciate a good meal at a great price. And there is a spot in Mount Lake Terrace that's got both. It's happy hour all day.
Inside this lively space, some things are perfectly clear. The food is delicious, and it pairs well with beer, poured from a self-serve wall. Most people just have one question. What's the name all about?
Bagus means great, nice, fun. We played golf, and then one hole, I just happened to have hit a great shot. Doesn't happen very often, but and then Caddy said Bagus. We love that, just sound, Bagus.
This husband and wife are veterans of the local restaurant scene. They own downtown Seattle's Dragonfish for 20 years. That experience sparked the idea for Bagus.
We had a very, very successful happy hour at the Dragonfish. We voted the #1 in the city, so we talked about opening the new restaurant, and then why don't we just open up a happy hour up here?
The Pan-Asian menu includes everything from Dragonfish's famous noodles to Vietnamese bar eggs and fan favorite Thai chicken pizza.
We take a lot of recipe ideas and ingredients idea from our traveling experience because we love travel too. Our latest visit a couple months ago, we actually took a cooking lesson.
Yuko also draws inspiration from her childhood in Japan, where food education was required in school.
Don't get me wrong, I love French fries too. But that we appreciate where the food is coming from, how the food was made, and who made it too.
This isn't just food service, it's a way to share the cultures they love with their community. And that's something special.
It's very satisfying.
You know, so many people said, hey, this is awesome, this is so great. And then so I'm glad this is my wife's recipe.
So stop in and fill up at the reasonably priced restaurant with the memorable name, Bagus.
Yeah, Bagus Little Asia is just off of I-5 there in Mount Lake Terrace. They're open for dinner Wednesday through Saturday. They'll even provide the plate and the forks. Still to come on Evening Magazine.
Meet the musicians that love playing their music for a different kind of audience.
Welcome back to Evening Magazine from Eva's Cafe and Bar. As you can see, I've already bellied up to said bar, but I want to take you on a journey. Come with us to Whidbey Island, where our photojournalist Diane Lewis-Torrey found a pair of musicians performing for an unusual audience.
On Whidbey Island, the land and sea have their own rhythm. And then carried on the island breeze comes a sound from another time. Two musicians are taking their music into the pastures, not to perform for people, but for the animals.
Every time I go out and do this, it's kind of its own science experiment, and today they were a little bit more mellow. I've played at night, I've played at day, I've played with my small pipes, I've played with Highland pipes. They seem to react differently each time.
Don Scobie is a professional Highland bagpiper. His friend, Andrew Anderson, brings something more delicate, a harp.
There's something about the tones and the way the vibrations affect us all. So that's where we're going with this. It's just healing. Reaching each creature from where they're at in a peaceable way.
Andrew says there may be something familiar about the sound of these instruments to animals.
Comfort. Both harps and pipes were played by shepherds for thousands of years, so it's just something that a shepherd does to bide their time while they're in the field, and then, you know, the animals around it, I think it's comforting to them. Just the presence of a human is comforting for them. They don't have predators to worry about when the music's there.
I'm Jake, and this is Becky, and we're the owners of this farm, Woodby Highland Farm.
Since I was a little girl, I have absolutely loved the bagpipes, and I have always loved Highland cows as well, and putting the two together is like dream come true, so.
Just like us, it touches them deep to the soul. Animals can relax and let down more milk, whatever, when they have music around. It's a wonderful thing.
Oh, it's awesome.
Playing for Highland cattle has been interesting. They are very chill by comparison to what I've seen from other bovine. Now we are at the Three Sisters Farms, and we are playing for beef cattle.
It's wonderful to have them come and play.
Shelley Mazzal, who owns Three Sisters Family Farms, knows these animals well, and she believes they know good music when they hear it.
They're curious, their ears are up, they're looking towards us, wondering what is going on. We usually don't get music in the field.
It's always good to provide joy as much as you can for all existence. People, animals, just try to be a good soul.
How cool is that? What do you think? The animals feeling the music? I know a lot of people say their plants can hear music. Be a beautiful soul. I can get behind that. Still to come on Evening Magazine.
We take a walk on the wild side in Everett.
Hardly anybody knows we're here.
Now in our 40th season, Evening Magazine shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening Magazine is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine from Belltown, outside of a new hotspot you probably saw on your social media feed, Eva's Cafe and Bar. From coffee to cocktails, breakfast to booze, both ends of the spectrum. Come see her. Check out the menu. Some good stuff hiding out inside of here. Of course, it's also outside season. Maybe you want to take a hike, and I'm not telling you to take a hike. I'm encouraging you to hike, and there is a unique one-of-a-kind trail in Everett that's popular with both humans and animals.
My name's Tom Murdoch. I'm the director of the Adopt a Stream Foundation. We're on the Northwest Stream Center's Nature Walk. We're between Seattle and Everett, half-mile off the freeway. It's so accessible, and hardly anybody knows we're here.
This place may be a secret spot for people, but wildlife knows it's here. Game cameras have discovered coyotes, bears, even bobcats enjoying this boardwalk.
And some of them have thankfully posed for our motion cameras.
Tom Murdoch walks this trail every day, and it still surprises him.
One of the most fun things we saw for the very first time were baby coyotes, pups out here. We had never seen the pups before.
There were fresh coyote tracks on the boardwalk when we visited. One of the reasons animals come here is that the trail is never crowded with humans.
We limit the number of people that come here to no more than 5 people per 15 minutes. So when you do come here, it's like you're in a private nature preserve.
We saw baby ducks and baby salamanders on our nature walk, and there was something to learn at every turn.
I tell everybody, if you read all the information on this walk and remember it, you'll pick up a natural science degree.
We can't promise you'll see bears or a bobcat when you visit the Northwest Stream Center's Nature Trail, but we can guarantee you'll see why we need to preserve places like this.
You come out into the forest, listen to the sounds or the silence, take a deep breath, and feel stress of the day just float away. It's just a wonderful place to be.
So beautiful. The Stream Keepers Trail is open to the public Tuesday through Saturday. The cost just $7. Kids 5 and under are free. It is a reservation system so they can preserve the peace, let you enjoy that tranquility. My thanks to Eva's Cafe and Bar, now open here in Belltown. Come see them and tell them I sent you. No, really, I could use the marketing. Thanks for the perfect evening. We'll see you next time.